Okay, so let's pick up from where we left off. A few minutes ago, what we did was a search in communication and mass media complete. So we're going to pick up with that, and I'm going to show you a couple of other tricks and show you a couple of other databases. So what we originally searched for was digital divide and or internet access and college students or university students. And we also took off the S on those and replaced them with asterisks in order to get both plural and singular. And then we searched. And we came up with 147 articles. We then did some filtering, first to make sure we had scholarly peer-reviewed articles. And then we did some further filtering with the thesaurus. And we ended up, I think, with about 80. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up here to choose databases. Because we started in communication and mass media complete, but that may not be the only discipline that has articles on this topic. So I'm going to click select all. This is a little backdoor trick. And click OK. And it's going to include music, philosophy, all kinds of things you don't care about. But it's just a simple little hack. And now we're going to click search again. And we end up with 2,402 articles. So it's clear that there's other disciplines besides communication and mass media complete. Again, we're going to click scholarly peer-reviewed journals. And we're going to move this up to 2,000. And that gets us to 1,600. Then we're going to go down here to the bottom, and because we did a search in multiple databases, I'm interested in seeing where most of the databases, where most of the articles are showing up. And not surprisingly, they're showing up in ERIC, which is an education database. Academic Search Complete, which we'll talk about in a minute, that's a very broad database. PsycInfo, not quite certain why it's showing up there. Communication and Mass Media Complete. SocIndex is a social sciences database. And I'm not sure, maybe public administration abstracts. We're going to stop there. So we got ourselves down to 1,200. Then we're going to return to the subject thesaurus, clicking Show More. And we're going to do college students and Internet in education and Internet access, universities and colleges, maybe undergraduates, higher education, educational technology, information technology, students, and I'm looking here to see if there's anything about the digital divide, and I'm not seeing that. Academic achievement, access to information, and we could pick whatever else we wanted. So let's update this search now. And we have 343. So the first is about psychological distress, and that's partly because we have a PsycInfo database. And a lot of this is going to be about social media. It's not as much of it is going to be about the digital divide. But here we have an article about the digital divide. And I'm going to put it in this folder over here so that I can send to myself multiple articles at the same time. Probably don't need on the West Bank. Here we have something on the digital divide. Now these two articles are from 2006, so I'm not certain. And we'll go a little further here. Cyber slacking in an Indonesian university. I'm going to stick that in just because I'm curious about the term. The legacy of the digital divide, again, back in the early 2000s. So who knows, maybe the digital divide has disappeared. I would be surprised, but maybe. Bridging the digital divide for older adults, maybe, because not all college students are young. So for the moment, and here's the one we had earlier from July 2020. I'm going to throw this one in too. The affordance-driven measure. I'm not sure about that, but I'm going to stick that in there. And I'm going to stop now, though there's plenty more that I should probably be looking at. But what I want to show you here is if we go to the folder, up here, we can select them all, and then we can email them. And we still get the opportunity to change this to APA. Okay? Now I want to show you one more thing. I'm going to look for an article here where the full text is not in our database, not in this database. I'm going to try this one. And as I showed you before, get it at CSULB will often get you what you need. Now here is what I was looking for. No full text available. So we went and looked at our 200 databases and found that we don't have the text. So it suggests you look for Google Scholar. Maybe somebody has put a copy up there. But if no copy has been found, sign in to request from BeachReach. And BeachReach is a free service, a service that's free to you as students, where we will go to other universities and get the article and email it to you. Now, it says here 2 to 5 days. I have found that even during the pandemic that it was much shorter than that. So that you should never have to pay for an article. Okay, so we're going to go back here to the Journalism 494 Research Guide. And I just want to show you, point out some of these other databases. So this is multidisciplinary. This is media and public relations. And then there may be other disciplines that you're doing your research project on. And here are several databases in the health and science area, in the business area, and the education area. We also, if you go back to the library homepage, we have the 200 plus databases all listed right here. Okay. So if your discipline is not listed here, that doesn't mean we don't have anything. Okay, in a minute we're going to show you 2 other sources of information, and then we'll go on to gathering some data, and hopefully this has been helpful to you.